Well, I've come to Tottenham's magnificent training ground here in Enfield, just north of London, to talk to a young man who's gained a lot of experience of late, both in the Premier League and on the international stage with England, where he reached a World Cup semi-final. Really looking forward to this one, going inside the mind of Erik Dier. Let's go and meet him. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Mind with me, Arlo White, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined by the Tottenham star, Erik Dier. Erik, firstly, great to see you've just finished a training session, so you're on your way back from the situation you had before Christmas. So yes, that's great news for Tottenham fans. Let's go back to when you decided to leave Portugal, where you were brought up and had your football education. When you decided to come back, what attracted you to Tottenham Hotspur?
There were many things at the time. It all sort of, you know, it just worked really at the time. I felt like it was the right time for me to come to England. I knew I always wanted to come to England. I knew that was always my ambition. But yeah, it just seemed to be the right fit at the time. I'd always admired Tottenham. You know, playing in Portugal, the club, the style in which they played. I'd always admired many things about the club. But then also the manager coming in at the time was a big factor for me, because I knew quite a few young England players that were playing for Southampton at the time. So they had always spoke so highly of him, and you know, spoken about how he was always willing to give young players a chance, and that gave me a lot of confidence as well, to know that you're going to come to England to a club where, you know, they were going to give you a chance as a young player, which is difficult in a top team in England. So all of those things pushed me towards Tottenham, and it just really worked out. Yeah.
Did you sit down with the boss before signing and have that chat?
No, I never met the manager before signing. Purely just from friends that I've known, Ward Prowse at Southampton, Luke Shaw, you know, spoken to them, and yeah, basically that gave me the push to make it happen, and as I said, my ambition was always to come to England, and it just seemed like that was the right time.
You seem to be specialising on the field more as a central midfielder. You certainly play your international football there as well. Had a great World Cup. You are equally adept at playing centre back when needs be. What are the specific challenges of both of those positions?
Yeah, there obviously in every position there's similarities and dissimilarities. I think in midfield, you know, the players around you. You know, it's behind you, it's in front of you, it's to your sides, which is very different if you play at centre back, which is everything is in front of you. You know, so that's a big difference, and that's something that maybe was a little bit difficult to adapt to in the beginning. You know, at centre back, obviously the level of risk is a lot higher. You know, one mistake can cost you a mistake from anyone anywhere on the pitch can cost you a goal. But at centre back, it's, you know, you're the last line before obviously the goalkeeper. So the reliability there is more extreme than in midfield. But so there's many factors. You know, mentally you need to be really sharp for 90 minutes in both positions. But in midfield, physically, I think it's more demanding. There's more intensity. You have to do a bit more running than at centre back. But yeah, there's many things that are different. But at the end of the day, football, you know, is about giving 100%, and if your attitude's right and your commitment's right, and you're willing to do the work, then, you know, every position is playable.
Well, what's so great about doing these interviews is that we can jump from subject to subject. And the next question I'd like to ask you is more about Wembley Stadium and the differences on playing at Wembley, which is, you know, basically a season and a half, almost 2 seasons now. What were the key differences to playing there for Tottenham Hotspur than at White Hart Lane?
Obviously, when you move stadium, there's always a period of adaptation. You know, that's just normal. It's just different surroundings, different pitch. The atmosphere is just different. You know, every stadium you play in, the atmosphere is different. So, you know, you went from White Hart Lane, which was a very traditional old English stadium, very close to the pitch. Not very big, tall, but you know, compact and smaller pitch. Not that I don't think this pitch is that much smaller, but it feels smaller with the stadium the way it's shaped out. So yeah, you go from that to Wembley, which is a huge stadium. You know, huge capacity. Everything is bigger. You know, the dressing rooms are bigger, the corridors are bigger. Everything about it is bigger. It's new. So all of those things are different. But yeah, there's always a period of adaptation. But I feel like we've in general we've adapted so well to Wembley, and we feel very comfortable there. And it's, you know, we're very lucky to be able to play every weekend at Wembley. It's such an iconic stadium, and you know, known all around the world. So we're very lucky to be able to play there, and we enjoy playing there. Yeah.
Yeah, the record is excellent, isn't it?
Yeah.
The new stadium. What's your favourite part about it?
I've stayed away because I want to. I remember White Hart Lane, and now I want to just turn up and see it, you know, when it's ready. I don't want to. I prefer that than going and seeing it in progress. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it. What my favourite part will be, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the one-tier stand behind the goal. Hopefully, you know, that looks, from the picture, it looks incredible, and you know, when the atmosphere is rocking, I'm sure it'll be pretty special.
17,000 mad Spurs fans cheering you on, singing, creating the atmosphere. Looks great. Just going back to the young players at Tottenham, because you have such a young core, and I think to make that work, it needs a manager that understands young people, young men, and young footballers. How has he gone about creating? And, well, not creating, you guys get on anyway, but how's he gone about fostering this atmosphere, this chemistry that you have between you?
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, it's kind of a natural relationship. I think it's very organic. I think the relationship between all the players, and obviously that's been nurtured by the manager and all the staff at the training ground. And I think the way in which we play and the way in which we train, it creates you know, camaraderie between the players. You know, training is very intense. It's very hard. The style in which we play is very aggressive on the front foot, and I think that creates a very positive relationship between the players. You know, if everyone's in it together, and I think that's what we've had. And obviously, everyone being around the same age, you know, we're all going through the same things in life at the same time. So. There's a lot that we can experience together and we can enjoy together and we can help each other with at the same time. And obviously the managers, you know, being crucial in that as well, helping us develop as players and as men as well, you know, and giving us the right advice. But I think the most important thing is he's always pushing us. You know, he's never happy. You know, he's always wanting us to improve, always wanting us to get better. And for young players, that's so important. You know, he never lets us think that we're the finished article. You know, we've got to keep on proving ourselves every day, because in football things move very fast, and you know, you're forgotten about very quickly if you don't keep your standard. So he's very supportive, but you know who's boss. Yeah, we know who the boss is, and yeah, he's very supportive of us. He's always there for us, you know, and we try and repay that to him as well. And yeah, I think between all the staff and the players over the last 4.5 years, we've created a very special atmosphere here at the training ground, and you know, at the stadium. I feel like the relationship with the fans as well is as strong as it's ever been since I've been at Tottenham, and yeah, I'm very thankful to be in a place like this. You know, coming here every day, such an incredible facility as well. So we're all very lucky, and you know, we try and take advantage of it every day. Yeah, from the outside looking in, it certainly seems like you've got a good thing going here. Yeah. Finally, on the subject of just yourself, what benefits do you think you had as a player having your football education overseas, in your case, Portugal? Yeah, that was always a tough question for me, because you know, I don't want to be disrespectful to any other, especially to England, because you know, being English, and I don't like to say Portugal's better, England's worse. You know, you look at Harry and Dele and all the other fantastic young players that have come up. So it's just different, really. you know, I'm very grateful for my upbringing over there. You know, I think it was the right thing for me. I think it's what suited me best, and I learned so much there that has benefited me, you know, along my journey, that I'm very grateful for. Just the fact of just speaking another language and understanding another culture and those kind of things. It's incredible how much they can help you in any walk of life, I think, but especially in this one where, you know, I'm around people from all different parts of the world every day, and I feel like just those simple skills have helped me a lot. And then obviously on the footballing side, there are so many. I learned so much over in Portugal, and you know, I owe Sporting everything for the way they looked after me from when I was 8. For me, it's you know, it's like home. That's home for me. You know, Sporting is my home, and I grew up there, and I lived there. Lived at the academy, and it was, you know, it's like a second family, really. So it was an incredible experience for me, and you know, an upbringing I'm very, very grateful for.
Fantastic. Yeah. Good news, Tottenham fans. Erik is heading your way in the summer, in June, to Massachusetts.
Yes.
For the first Erik Dier Soccer School. This is an exciting development that the fans over there are going to love. What inspired this decision, and how did you go about getting this project started?
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, the opportunity came about at the time to do a soccer camp, and it didn't quite materialise. And this time round, my brother had been working at the school in Massachusetts, Berkshire School, on a what's the sport? I'm blanking. Squash camp.
Right.
It was a squash camp. Yeah, and yeah, one thing led to another, and obviously things worked out to do a soccer camp there, and I was already really interested in doing something like this, and I think it's fantastic for the kids. I know soccer. You know, soccer is becoming bigger and bigger in America, and it's something I've always felt very passionate about. Young kids and playing sport, whatever the sport might be, but obviously mine being. So I say soccer. Mine being that it's, you know, I want to be able to give back, and it's a fantastic thing, and for the kids to experience just a week of, you know, soccer and other activities, and be in that environment where they can learn so many skills just on a human level. For me, that's really important to be able to give those kind of things. And growing up in Portugal, when I lived at the academy. For 4 or 5 years, you know, living with other kids, and that's kind of, I want to kind of give that experience to the kids, so they can stay on site for the whole week and kind of live through the experiences that I lived through, you know, over the course of a week, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
It sounds absolutely fantastic. I might sign up myself, Erik. You could teach me a thing or two. What was it about the American soccer scene that attracted you to setting up a camp there specifically?
Well, I've got ties to America. My sister lives there. My brother lives there. So I already had ties to America, and obviously just the fact that you know, it's growing at such a rapid pace over there. It seems like a great opportunity to keep helping that grow, and I hope I can do that in my own small way.
What should a young American soccer player expect to experience at the camp?
Everything. The head coach is a coach that coached me when I was a young player at Sporting. So I want to give a bit of that experience. You know, he experienced the coaching that I experienced when I was young, from Sporting, and so they'll experience that side of it. I'm sure it'll be very, very, very fun and staying competitive. You know, soccer in the mornings, and then I want to give other activities, just activities that improve all sorts of skills at a human level that I enjoy and that I hope the kids enjoy, and those kind of things that, as I said to you, I did myself growing up. So that's the kind of experience that I want to be able to give to them.
And Arsenal kids are welcome. You're not going to 2-foot. You know, you see an Arsenal shirt. You know.
No, anyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. You know, we want just to create a really good environment, and everyone is welcome, even Arsenal fans.
Fantastic. That's a great message. So, Erik, if people are interested in partaking in the soccer school next year, what are the details? Yes. When is it, and how do they find out more?
It is diersoccer.com, www.diersoccer.com, and it's from the 16th to the 21st of June, Berkshire School, Massachusetts. So if anyone wants to sign up, that is the website, and they can find everything there.
Fantastic, and you get to meet Erik Dier and learn from the man himself, a top Spurs England World Cup Premier League talent. How about that? So get on to diersoccer.com to find out more about Erik Dier's soccer school next year. Erik, absolutely fantastic to meet you. Thanks for coming on Inside the Mind.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings on NBCSN.